Parthenon marbles return hope. Managing a century-old debate, the UK's new Prime Minister could finally drive a long-awaited change. The headline about Andy Burnham's appointment naturally opens up the story that fans of Greece's marble wonder are clutching hope. The Parthenon sculptures, classic Greek marble figures that once adorned the temple in Athens, have sat in the British Museum for decades. Since 2023, Burnham has been one of the most publicly vocal voices in London, calling for the pieces to be given back to Greece, writing "Send them back, no strings" on social media. Greece's print press has almost come alive in response. The Ta-Nea, a Greek newspaper, ran a long piece after his appointment, asking, would Mr. Burnham become Greece's strongest ally yet in Downing Street? That respective question, whether the backseat minister will finally hand the marbles to the Greeks, sparks a broader question about the future of the long-standing cultural dispute. If we put together the facts, Burnham arrived from the political background of the Labour Party, a party that has historically been more sympathetic to cultural repatriation. Under his predecessor, Boris Johnson, the UK's policy was largely unchanged. The British Museum defended the items as a universal collection open to the public, a stance John Paul, the former Prime Minister, had declared reversed when he came to power. Back then, John Paul was one of the rare voices in the UK to explicitly support returning the marbles. Yet, when he did become Prime Minister, he reaffirmed that they should remain in Britain, reminding the public that the museum's custodianship not a matter for Parliament. The British Museum's own position is succinct: it can offer part of its collection on loan, but it has ceased negotiations for a permanent return. On the other side, the Greek government has remained firm. The Greek Culture Ministry says it will only accept a permanent handover. Consequently, any serious move would require the entire set to change hands permanently, rather than a loan that could be returned at a future date. For the Greek people, whose 2024-style cultural pride grips them, Burnham's words might feel like a breath of fresh air. He's not only a prominent figure in the UK but also a former student of the galleries that hold these stones, sharing a personal love for ancient art. The possibility exists that he could direct UK Prime Minister's office resources to find a bridge between these two sides, perhaps initiating fresh treaty discussions. But how that would play out depends on formal agreements, the museum's willingness to adjust policy, and the Greek government's insistence on the totality of the collection. We can also view this as a new historical chapter. If Burnham were to succeed and give the marbles back, the museum would reclaim a traditional collection but must face shifting public expectations about a museum's responsibilities. If the negotiation stalls or fails, the long-standing museum politics debate will continue, with the same issues of national heritage, colonial legacy, and public access. In short, the Greek hope spikes because of a single password: Burnham's promise. He may or may not succeed. Welcome to the end of the episode. Thanks for listening. If you want to discuss the Parthenon marbles and more, drop a comment below. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive.